Hi there, Stacy Hallbach again with our Faith Facts in 5. So, today, in honor of the month of October, I wanted to talk a little bit about saints because we are prepping for Halloween or All Hallows Eve. A lot of Christians think that this is kind of a demonic holiday, and I just wanted to set the record straight and share that this is indeed a Catholic holiday. It is okay to celebrate Halloween. It's the day before we celebrate All Saints. So, All Saints is a holy day of obligation. In this video, I'm going to discuss what a holy day of obligation is, why do we have them, and why is All Saints Day a holy day of obligation. Holy days of obligations are scattered throughout the year. We have every Sunday as a holy day of obligation because the third commandment is to keep holy the Sabbath. So we wanted to make sure that every Sunday that we are honoring God and keeping the Sabbath. Think of it like family dinner. So growing up, my family, there were 9 kids and 2 adults. My dad had a really strict rule that Sundays were for family. Sundays were a day where we didn't do homework. We didn't do a lot of housework. We hung out. We watched a lot of TV. We read a lot. And we weren't allowed to see friends. And I never really understood it as a kid growing up. But now I understand the wisdom of keeping the Sabbath and how if we have that one day of rest, the rest of the 6 days that we have seem to be more productive. They seem to be happier. We don't really run out of energy or find that we're tired because we have that day of rest, that day of dedicated family time, that day of dedicated connection. So I do recommend if your family isn't already doing something or some kind of connection on Sunday nights, it's a great time to do it. It's a great way to honor the Sabbath. Now, holy days of obligation are kind of instituted by the church to help keep our family together. So think about it this way. In your own families, you might have traditions every Sunday, like my parents did growing up, or you might get together for Thanksgiving or Christmas or grandma's birthday. There are special occasions in your family that you want to keep the family close together. Think of that. That's what a holy day of obligation is. It's the Catholic Church's way of trying to keep our family together and celebrating these key moments and these key discoveries in our faith. So All Saints, for example, is a holy day of obligation because it's a time for all of us to gather and to give thanks together and to celebrate the Mass together. Think of it this way. I have a really close family. So most of them live in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I'm the only one who lives here in Iowa. So I don't get to see them very often. But when I receive the Eucharist and when they receive the Eucharist in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I get to be one in Christ with them. So I get to be closer. Can you imagine? I get to be closer to them in the Eucharist than I would if they were standing right next to me because we get to share one body in Christ. So holy days of obligations are a way for all of the Catholics to unite and have that family day together. And then All Saints is one of those days where we really focus on the communion of saints and that we are all connected in one body with Christ. So that John Paul II, who is in heaven, Mother Teresa, who is in heaven, Saint Therese of Lisieux, who is in heaven. All of these people are Catholics who are in heaven. But through the Eucharist, through the church, the mystery of the church, we are all considered one body in Christ. We are all the communion of saints. We get to celebrate that on All Saints' Day. We get to not only thank the saints for their intercession, but we get to unite together, the living saints in heaven and the living people here on earth, and we can help one another out. So I'll just one more quick story. My younger 2 are twins. I have 6 kids, and my youngest are twins. And I remember I could not accept help from people who didn't have twins. And I don't know about you if you're a twin mom or not, but it's hard juggling 2 infants at once. And the only people I knew who could do it are the ones who have done it before. Okay, so I remember my friend would come over and ask me if I needed help, and I'm like, yeah, that's cute, but you can't help me. And then a twin mom would come over and I would say, yes, you can help me. So the saints are our way of giving us the help that we need. They've lived through it. They've shown us the way, and they're in heaven now, so they did it right. So again, All Saints, a great way to come and honor the saints in heaven, and then also their way of helping us out through the Eucharist. So that's why it's important to get to Mass on those holy days of obligation. So hopefully we'll see you then.